I think it was the season 3 opener, the episode 1 of season 3, where Damon's in the bathtub in the morning and is like having champagne, and Andy Starr, the reporter, amazing, Don Olivieri, your one and only, is David runs out of champagne and he says, "Don, will you go get me some champagne?" She says, "What are you talking about? Get it yourself. I'm going to work." So David gets out of the bathtub, completely naked, which I am David. So I was completely naked, except for just some suds with soap here. That's it. And I have to walk out into the main room in the Salvatore mansion on my way to get champagne, and I run into Elena. And there I am naked. And we shot all of my coverage, you know, the camera on me first, and then we flipped it around to Nina. And because Nina had seen it now 10 times with every take, we decided that it would be interesting to just get a real reaction out of her. And so on her coverage, when she turns around to see me, the cameras are rolling, she figured, I'm wearing a robe or something. No robe, no suds, and our props people had made these elephant ears out of felt. And I double stick taped them to my thighs. And when Nina turned around, all she could see was me, completely naked, with elephant ears. And a very small trunk. And that was the tape that they used in the show. She turned around. It worked. That's how giving I am to my fellow actors. When Paul and I have to do a scene together and I need a real reaction out of him, I just take my clothes off. It works. Most of you are women, you know how well that works. Hi.
Imagine if you would become president one day, what would you do on your first day?
If I became president, there's no way in hell I would ever become president. Politics is not my thing. If I did, I would completely, well, the idea is in any type of political situation is about getting two sides to talk to one another. Whether it's Republicans, Democrats, whether it's Palestine, Israel, like how do you get two people who have completely different viewpoints to meet in the middle? That is the age-old question that we all desire to understand, which is not easy. If I was president, and I don't envy our president, I would dismantle I can show you something I realize it's small, and this is a very big room. I would dismantle the corporate power over government. Because in America, and much like Europe, the biggest corporations really run the government. And that's not the way it's supposed to be set up. Churches and corporations should not govern the law. They shouldn't. It puts us all in very tough situations. So if I was president, I would figure out a way, a plan, to basically break apart the corporate stronghold that big corporate America and corporate Europe have on our laws. Because it destroys our environment. It gets rid of, especially in places in Africa and South and Central America, it does away with humanitarian laws, not just animal rights and environmental rights. And, you know, it's a strange world that we live in. Because this iPhone that I have in my pocket, and all these amazing cameras, and all the computers you guys have, there's probably someone with an iPad that's filming that looks like you're reading a book. All the precious metals that Apple has to use in order to make all these amazing devices that we love that we love these things. I can't live without this stupid thing. But everything that goes into this thing is mined and mines in Africa, all over the place. And it makes better business to destabilize those regions. So the people of those regions get screwed while all the politicians and the policymakers and the law enforcement people make all this money. So, not to make you feel bad, turning a positive, negative into a positive, we all contribute every single day to people being treated poorly and awfully and the environment being destroyed because we all need these things. So I think the best thing that we can do moving forward is to ultimately empower one another with consumer power. Say, I don't want to buy that product from a company that treats the environment and animals and people like